What a crazy day out there in the market today. What a crazy video I have for you today. 5 trades, 4 halts. Oh my gosh, I just had to stop, and I'm about to head to the gym after I edit this video. So, what a day out there. Hopefully this is a good sign for the market going forward, that things are starting to get crazy out there again, and getting volume, getting crazy movers out there. PACB, wow. Lots of things making big moves today. We're going to break them all down in this video. Let's trade.
Hey guys, are you tired of using the same old stock market scanner and getting the same old results? Add some intensity to your trading with the Intensity Stock Watch Scanner. The intensity indicator is the only predictive price action indicator that alerts before significant reversals, allowing trade management with unprecedented timing and accuracy. Now with this exclusive link and code GDTISW, you can get 20 to 30% off every month on your subscription. It's time to finally get the results you've been looking for and intensify your trading with the Intensity Stock Watch Scanner.
All right, so first trade of the day was here on CVNA. This thing's making a beautiful move out of the opening gates, hitting on the scanner high. I think it was flashing back and forth on some of my other ones because there's so many things moving at the open today. So these aren't all the scanners I have up. But initially I put 200 shares out here at 52.52. I didn't get a fill there, so I was like, okay, cancel that. Maybe I'll move it a little bit higher, see if I can get a better price here on this initial entry. It's making a crazy move off of 50 all the way up to almost 53. I go ahead and get short 200 shares here at 52.85, and it's I'm loving it. It's looking good. Even if I have to add into this one, this move is insane. But look at this move. Look at this move. Look at this move. Coming down fast. Put 100 out here at 52.07. Get the first 100 out. Let's see if we can get the other 100 down a bit more. Look at it. It's coming down more. Put those out at 51.59. Can I get the fill here at 51.59? And boom! Less than a minute. Over $200 there in CVNA. When the setup is amazing, I want to be able to take a little bit bigger size. This would normally be one that I'd take like 100 share starter on, but the setup was so good, I had to take it a little bit bigger, and it paid off today. Then things started getting a little crazy. Then I decided I wanted to get in all the halts. So I start VERU here at 15.90. I really didn't want to play VERU today, but it's making such a move. I was like, all right, I'll start it, and I'll start it small, and we'll see what it does. Really didn't want to be playing VERU today because I knew the potential in it, but I decided to do it anyway. So I'm in here at 15.90 with 100 shares, and we'll see what it does as it moves up here. I'm going to go ahead and add in there 16.25. Now have 200 shares short at 16.07, and we'll look to add if this wants to go some more. So it actually makes a really nice move here. I'm like, should I add in here? But I see it starting to halt, and I'm like, I don't really want to add right into the halt price, because if it comes out of the halt and it goes up a little bit more, I want my add to be up higher. So I just kind of wait here, and I wait, and I'm like, all right, I'm not adding here. If it comes down, so be it after the halt. If it goes up, I'll be able to get a better share price on the remaining shares. So VERU goes into the halt here, and we're sitting with 200 shares at 16.07. I decided to put all my shares out at 16.05 just in case this thing does a big dip out of the open. It's actually sitting at 15.90 on the imbalance before the open, so I'm like, if it comes down, no big deal, just take it off. I didn't get the shares up towards the top there. I'll just take it off and I'll move on. So waiting to see what happens out of the open here. It's any second going to open up here on the clock, and look at that. It opens, I get the fill down there at 16.05, and then it booms up to 17.20. So that was insane. Just taking that one off basically for cutting it, but what a move there in VERU and VERU. Later on, we move on to BNGO, and it's BNGO making a move here. Start this one 373. Just kind of thinking that maybe this is one that I can do more shares in if it wants to keep going. So I decided to start small, and if I need to add as it goes, I will. Let me get some of this pre-workout down. Hold on. I believe it's arm day today after work. So after trading. So BNGO in at 373 with 100 shares. We're going to see what it does here. Can it push up towards 4? Looking for towards 4 here on the ad. It gets up to about 389. I was like, come on, a little bit further. Can you get up into the 390s here at least for me to get an ad here on BNGO? And it just kind of stalls out. Just kind of stalls out right there at 389. So wasn't able to get over 390. Didn't get quite to the 4 push there that I was really looking for initially. So I'm like, what am I going to do here now? What's the game plan? It's like, well, if it comes down now, under my price of my average, I should probably just look to take it off somewhere relatively easy that I think I can get it. So I put the 100 shares out here at 363 just to kind of cover this one out. It'll be like a nothing win if it gets down there, but because I didn't get that ad on that, look at that nice big wick on that candle 1 minute ago. So I'm just like, if it comes down and gets me there, fine, I'll take it and I'll move on to something else. If not, then, you know, play it by ear and see what it does. So it gets down to like 365, 364 here maybe, but it just can't quite get down to that 363 to fill me out of this trade. So I'm just kind of waiting and seeing what happens. So I start taking a look around elsewhere, different stocks that are popping up and moving as we go. So you can kind of see them popping up underneath of me here. So as I see alerts, I go ahead and look around. AMRS is popping up, so I put that one into it. Don't really like that chart too much. So I go back to BNGO. I'm just going to kind of wait and see what happens here. So still got the order out at 363, but it's kind of not really coming down at all. If anything, it's still going higher. So we're starting to see a push now back up towards the previous high, which was 389. And I'm like, okay, if it still wants to do that 4 push, I'll still look to add in here. I'm only in 100 shares here on a $4 stock, basically. So still got plenty of room to go on this one. So we're pushing up towards the previous high now, getting up 390. There's 390. Gonna wait a little bit higher, see if we can do a nice push through the previous high here. So I'm like, okay, here we go, 391. And I'm just kind of watching the action there. As I saw a bunch of red come in, I put the order out at 391. Didn't get the fill initially, but then I do get the fill right there. So I'm now in 200 shares short at 382, and I'll see what this one can do. So I'm just gonna wait here, give it a minute. I don't have any orders out at this time with my average at 382. Just gonna wait and see what it does. It's still going. Is it gonna push through 4 here now? At this point, I will be adding in a 200 share lot if it makes a nice push up through 4. And, you know, that's kind of the game plan. So here it goes through 4, 405. Can it get up through 410? What's it gonna do here? So here comes the kind of the high low fours to high low fours. It doesn't even make sense. Here comes kind of the 410 range. So I'm looking to see if maybe we can get up through that 410 range before I put in another 200 shares here. There's 410. We are up through 410. I see that red coming in. There's a bigger move, even bigger move. I go ahead and add in right there at 416. So now 400 shares short here at 399. And I didn't really see it at the time, but that's right into another halt. That's right. I am into my second halt of the day. So this one comes out of the halt. Doesn't make any kind of crazy move, comes pretty much down, and I just decided to take this one off as well for a $33 gain. So, you know, just a small one there, but, you know, another win to add on to the day, and hopefully I'm going to avoid more halts. But guess what? Shocker, I still got 2 to go, and they're both going to be here in PACB. If you guys watched PACB today, this thing was absolutely freaking nuts. So I go ahead and start it here, 100 shares, 933. Once again, being careful with it. I know that this one has the potential to go, looking at the daily chart, looking at the volume, the price, all that good stuff. So I'm in 933 here with 100 shares on PACB. I'm like, you know what? If we get below 910, I'll just take this here. So it gets down to 910. Look at that on the bid. It got right to 910, didn't break it, so I never clicked the button here for the fill on PACB. And I was like, is this gonna give it to me or is this not? 912, 911 there, and it said no. I'm not doing it today. You're going to have to endure some more pain first, GDT. That's what I'm going to need from you. So starts coming back up towards the highs again. It looks like it's going to break through the highs here. So I'm in at 933 with the 100 shares, only 100 shares. So still willing to add in plenty here. Can we get up through the 950s here? I'm watching it at 950. There's 950, 951. Getting a little slow right there. I click the button, get the ad right there at 950. So now I have 200 shares short at 942. But then this thing started getting it. This thing started getting it, and it's still going. I'm like, geez, look at this thing go. I'm only in 200 shares, so no big deal there, but still going. So I'm now going to look to add in 200 shares if we can get another bigger push here. It's only about 10 cents or so above my previous entry right now, but here we go. Now it's up into the 970s. Can it keep pushing here? Can it get up towards 980s? What's it going to do here? It's kind of playing around with the price here, not really sure what it wants to do. 970s, back into the 960s, back into the 970s. Now we're up, now we're pushing 980, and I go ahead and click the button right there and get another fill. Now 400 shares short at 959, and then look at this, we're pushing up towards 10. I go ahead and put in 400 more right here as it pushes 10, and that's right, we're into the third halt of the day with 800 shares short here at 976. So we coming out of the halt on this one. I'm like, okay, we're making a pullback here, so I'm going to go ahead and put 600 out here at 970 just to reduce this one down, and then I'll see if I can make some money with the remaining 200 shares that I have left. So going to look for at least below 960 for the next 100 shares, and then probably below 950 for the remaining 100 after that. But we'll see what it does here on PACB. So we've reduced it down already from 600 shares to 200 shares, and now it's just going to kind of wait and see what it does. So it's holding here in the 70s for a little bit. I've got my limit order with 960 loaded up here for 100 shares if it makes that move to the downside. Still has really failed to get up at all, so I'm feeling pretty good about the chances that it's coming down and at least wants to test that 950 range. So just watching here comes 960. I got below, I put my order out there, I get the fill there at 960, so now I'm down to 100 shares, and I decided to just put those out at 940 in case it does a quick little flash crash here. I'm just going to have the shares sitting out there waiting at 940. But if you watched it, you know that's not what PACB did today. Look at this thing. It starts pushing back up to the highs. 100 shares, I'm like, okay, cool. If it makes a move through, maybe I'll get a chance to kind of restart this trade with even a better price than I had before. So I go ahead and add in there up at 1044. Now I have 200 shares short again at 1018. If I look at this thing, it's still going. Is it going to push even higher? Here's a big push higher. Going to go ahead and put in 200 more shares here as it pushes up towards 11. So now 400 shares short at 1057. And oh, guess what? It's halt number 4 on the day, if you can believe that. 4 halts today. So this one, I didn't like my average nearly as much, so I decided to put all 400 shares out just down at 1055 just to close this one out and be like, you know what, I've been playing with these halts too much today. If I can just get this out and call it a day, I will do it and be happy about it. So it opens up, immediately fills me again, and I'm all out here on PACB for a total on the 2 trades of plus 41. Not really much of a winner there comparing to the share size I had, but got out of it okay without any damage being done. And that was going to do it for me on the day. So up $294 and change today, so kind of a crazy one out there. It started with the boomer on CVNA, then hit 4 halts along the way, but managed them pretty well. So almost $300 day. I will take it here on a Thursday. Maybe summer's starting to grind towards the end here. Schools are getting ready to go back in a couple weeks. I'm about to hit the gym. It's arm day. I'm officially under 200 even though I haven't updated the counter yet. I only do that after a couple days of maintaining, and we're going to do that soon. I'm excited to get to the gym. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Nice long one today. Lots of action. Make sure you hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you later.